Good morning, everyone. This is Russ Regentz with Blue Wave Radio's Community Connect, where we take an opportunity to share what's going on in the community of all of our fellow islanders here on Roatan. Today, I have with me Angie Carlisle. Angie is the founder of Flight Angels of Roatan, who is doing incredible work with the American and North American animal community. So, Angie, thanks very much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for highlighting with the Roatan community our program, Getting the Cats Off the Island.
I love it. Yeah, absolutely. It's our pleasure. So let's go right into it. So Flight Angels of Roatan, how did it come into play, and what is it exactly that you guys do?
It came into play when I moved here 3 years ago. I noticed cats have always found me my entire life. And so within about 3 weeks of moving to the island, of course, I had 3 kittens that were abandoned by their mother that found me. I took them in and started trying to meet community members that worked with the animals on the island. And it was a very short time before I realized that this island has such an overabundance of cats and dogs. And we needed to do something, and we needed to do something quick because there just is not enough adopters on the island. There's just not enough people to properly take care of these cats and dogs. So cats being my soul creatures, I decided that I needed to do something, and I needed to do it quickly. So I came up with Flight Angels of Roatan. So my program consists of community members and Roar that bring me cats. They have to be friendly cats, but we start, and I'm going to say that they have to be friendly cats because a stranger has to carry them through the airport. So therefore, we need to have friendly cats.
Right. My first thought was no bobcats, please.
No. Just kitty cats. So I didn't know how I was going to do this. I started getting kitties in, and I contacted just cold calling the United States no-kill shelters and foster programs, and just started begging and pleading for the island cats to be saved. I got a lot of no's, and then all of a sudden I got some yes, and it started rolling. And I have been very proactive on my Facebook page, showing that we are the real deal. We're real people here on the island, saving real island cats, which I call purebred island cats because everybody wants a purebred. Well, they're purebred island cats. So then to get flights, I reached out to travelers, community members, Roar, veterinarian offices, hotels, anybody on the island that connected with tourists. So we started spreading the word that if you're a tourist and you love cats, even if you don't love cats, would you be willing to carry a cat? So people in the community started reaching out to me saying, I'm flying November 7th and I'm going to Minneapolis. Can I carry a cat? Well, next is me. I contact Minneapolis, any rescues that I have pre-established relationships with, and I say, I have a flight coming in November 7th. Would you be willing to take a cat? They say yes or no. If they say no, I continue to find another rescue. If they say yes, then I start facilitating that flight with that flight angel. So when I have a tourist that's going to a certain destination, say it's Minneapolis, I contact the rescues that I already have relationships built with, and I ask them if they have availability to take in a kitten or two. Depending on the airline, kind of depends on how many I can send and how many the rescue is willing to take. Once they say yes, then I start facilitating with my flight angel and also with the rescue, working with the airline, working with the local vets to get health certificates, and get it all set up so that when the flight angel, the person traveling, lands at their destination, the rescue is there to pick up the cat. So it is literally just a person carrying a cat as if it was a carry-on, but you are allowed carry-ons and the cat. They just care for the kitty along the travels. You become a very popular person in the airports because people all want to see the kitty and what you're carrying. So I've found that it's a very rewarding experience for all of the travel angels.
That's amazing. And it's really, and to your point, those folks that are actually facilitating it, your travel angels, it's very simple on them. It's not a high stress, high touch process for them. You do all the work behind the scenes, right?
Exactly. I pack their travel bag. They arrive with a little backpack with their travel documents and wet wipes and dry wipes and churro treats and a collapsible water bowl, extra puppy pads. I pack everything for them. I arrive at the airport and I facilitate and walk through every minute of the check-in process all the way to security. And my flight angels are very well prepared for traveling with that kitty, and they know what's going to happen every step of the way.
Angie, that's amazing. I mean, that is just absolutely amazing. So how many cats have you all been able to rehome?
Well, we have sent 210 to the United States, and I have had a few that have been locally adopted through very strenuous vetting process that I require for any animals that were to stay on the island, because my whole program is to get the cats off the island.
Right. So 3 years, 210, approximately 70 per year. So we're talking at least
well, actually,
five to seven per month.
Yeah, I didn't start sending them until February, the very last week of February 2023. I moved here September of 2022. It took some time to figure out what I was doing and how to facilitate the cats and what kind of supplies I needed and how to get the airlines to allow it. I mean, there was a lot of moving parts to it. So our first flight, I believe, was the end of February 23, sorry.
Even more impressive. So 210 cats approximately in 18 months.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Wow. That, Angie, bravo. I mean, that is an absolutely massive number. And you know what? It's funny because when you think about it in the context of the volume, that's a huge number. But when you think about it in the context of all the work you do behind the scenes to make sure it's a smooth, seamless process for the people who are taking the cats, your flight angels, that's unbelievable. I mean, that's bravo. Congratulations. That's a huge number.
Thank you. It is. We're very proud of what we've been able to accomplish in a short period of time. And on the other half of this, what I'm doing is I built a cat condo. This is where the cats live. It's basically my home, but it's their own 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom area that they live in. And this is where they eat, sleep, drink, get medicated. This is where they go to after their medical procedures that they have to have done before they're able to travel. I mean, it's day in and day out grinding, taking care of these little babies. And the flight is just the reward for all of the work that's done daily to save these cats' lives.
That's tremendous. I mean, I'm just sitting here thinking about the sheer numbers and the sheer effort and the workload. I mean, bravo. It's wonderful. And
if you ever want to come play with kittens, I have about 38 of them currently that would love people to come play with them.
I have a significant allergy. I'll pass, but we will definitely spread the word out there to all of our listeners and all of our folks. That's amazing, you guys. And tell me, it's November 3rd. That's your event coming up, correct?
Yes, at the Eldon's in French Harbour and at the Eldon's in Coxen. It's November 2nd, Saturday from 8 until 5 o'clock. We will have volunteers sitting there at tables collecting donations of cash or litter or any type of cat food, canned cat food, dry cat food, whatever, cat treats, anything that can help facilitate the day-to-day care of the cats while they're still here on the island. Currently, I ship everything in from the States because I need to have such a large stockpile. I can't risk running out of litter because clean litter helps keep the cats healthy. So, yes, this fundraiser is not only just for funds, it's for litter and food specifically to help care for the cats while they're here.
That's excellent. And I think that's an important factor. You know, again, I'll be very straight. I've always had an allergy, so I'm relatively ignorant about it. But that makes perfect sense that quality cat litter will definitely help the overall health of the cat and thus the overall process and everything, the success of the program. So it makes perfect sense. Okay. There's one of them telling you right now they're hungry.
Yeah, they're getting my own island cats that ended up getting adopted by me.
All right, so that's Saturday, November 2nd at both Eldon's,
Correct.
French Harbour, and in Coxen, 8 to 5. So we want to make sure everybody marks that on your calendar. I know I'll definitely be there donating supplies and donating cash. We want to make sure everybody else who's hearing this voice and seeing Angie and seeing myself, make sure to put that on your calendar. Sounds like definitely a great day, definitely a worthy event. So.
Absolutely. Thank you. And, donating a few cans of cat food, some people may think it's not that important, that it doesn't make an impact, but it does. These little mouths I go through 22 cans of cat food a day. That's not including the dry food. So every single can, every single bag of litter does directly impact the quality of their lives. So anybody out there that can donate anything, we truly appreciate it, and the cats of the island do too.
Well, that sounds to me like one of the things that we as the community of Roatan can continue to do, not only after November 2nd, but ongoing. Pick up a few cans of cat food. I mean, 22 a day is a large amount. And that, as you said, that doesn't include the dry food. Pick up a couple cans of cat food, make sure that we're donating. It's not a big outlay expenditure wise, dollar wise, but it's definitely making an impact on cats. And of course, the people that are receiving them and loving them, and of course, in their lives as well. So that's something we definitely want to make sure we're contributing and continuing here in Roatan. Beautiful. Well, Angie, hey, thank you very much. I appreciate you taking the time. We are definitely looking forward to sponsoring or being a partner and sponsoring and contributing to your event on November 2nd. And for those of you all out there, definitely find her on Facebook, Flight Angels of Roatan. Angie and her team are doing great work, and they're actually doing things they can every single day to help us here on Roatan and our cats and our dogs and everybody have a better life. So, Angie, thanks for taking the time today.
And thank you to Blue Wave, and thank you to Eldon's for allowing us to do this event. We appreciate it.
You know what? That's a great point, because Eldon is an incredible asset to this island. Not only just him, but all of his stores, restaurants, everything that he's involved in. He's been very, very good to all of us. You're right. We appreciate your efforts going forward as well for that whole Eldon's team. So awesome, everyone. This has been Russ Regentz, and today is our newest Community Connect with Angie Carlisle with Flight Angels of Roatan, and their event on November 2nd, 8 to 5, held at both Eldon's locations. Please make sure you put that on your calendar and go and support Flight Angels of Roatan. Angie, thank you. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you.